So the siren brings another boxing junkie to the rehab center. Welcome to the Double RT Boxing Show, the Ready Talk Boxing Show. Today is a Mr. A's Thoughts segment. And as you see, the title, The Punisher has the IBF and Errol Spence in his scope. Excuse me. Now, Abdukakhorov, the Punisher, he's fighting on the 30th. I do pick him to win the fight. Now, again, how he's getting this is the mandatory for Errol Spence. Now, how he's getting this opportunity. Remember, Jesse Vargas, before he went to the zone, it was around the same time he was offered an IBF eliminator spot with Quadrilo Abdukakhorov. People are like, who is that guy? Who is that guy? He's the guy who said, fuck it, I'll fight Errol Spence. You know, Jesse Vargas didn't want that smoke. Ugas had that spot. He went after Sean Porter. This guy, he's like, fuck it, I want my mandatory, I'll fight him. Fucking Konstantin Paramatov, he turned down his mandatory spot for a while. Ocampos, he was a little shaky on taking it. He took a while to take it. They're like, hey, Quadrilo, you got a mandatory shot. You want it? Yep. Yes, I do. Step it up to the stage. Now, I'm intrigued by that. I'm intrigued by the Punisher and Errol Spence. Now, why I am intrigued? Well, let me tell you. You know, before I do, if you are a new viewer and you're an Errol Spence fan or a Quadrilo fan, you somehow stumbled across this Mr. A's Thoughts, the Double RT Boxing Show. If you're a boxing junkie and you heard that siren and you brought your ass here, a new viewer, I suggest and I hope you do subscribe, but not just yet. Watch this episode, finish it off. Go watch a few others, Mr. A's Thoughts, Breakdown Predictions, whatever you want to watch. Just watch the Double RT Boxing Show. If you like what you're seeing on the show, then come on back and that's when you subscribe. Help the show grow. You know, as you can see, we're boxing junkies. We talk the best versus the best. And what that lingo on this show is, number 1 through 15. Fighting themselves, trying to prove who's the best to fight the champion, who are the champions. In this case, Errol Spence is the champion. He's better than the best. He's a fucking champion. And Quadrilo is over here trying to fight the best to prove he's the best to fight the champion. And he's taking this opportunity. He has Errol Spence in his scope, the Punisher. And the reason why I'm intrigued and I'm happy for this, I'm hoping he beats Obara, Kahito Obara. Now, that's what this show is about, the Double RT Boxing Show. We cover the other guys. And within doing that, you know, take away the top 3. Like I said, there's champions, Thurman, Spence, Porter, and Crawford. Then you got the next one, the next line. If you want to count Manny, you can put him with the champions. But then you got Danny Garcia. We could look at the welterweights. The welterweights. You got the next in line. You got Danny Garcia. Who else? Who else is out there? You got, like I said, number 1 for WBC is Danny Garcia. I'm just going to read the number 1s across the board. Danny Garcia, Alexander Vesputin. Of course, IBF don't rate theirs. And number 1 for the WBO, Igis Kavalauskas. Number 2 for WBC, Laharaga, who's fighting on the 30th. Number 2 for WBA, Jesse Vargas. Number 2 for IBF, of course not rated. They do eliminators. And number 2, Amir Khan. 3, WBO, Jesse Vargas. IBF, Kerman Laharaga. 3, Jamal James. 3, Jesse Vargas. So you get, you know, the next in line ain't that like, whoa, who? So in these names, I like Quadrilo because I watched him as a Keith Thurman fan. So I was just looking down the names. I was like, okay, who could give Keith Thurman a run for his money that's entertaining? So I was looking up people. Came across this funky ass name, Quadrilo. Watched him. Like, oh shit, that dude might be able to fight Keith Thurman. That dude has pretty good hand speed, good punch combinations. He's good. Now considering the names I just read, he probably has the best boxing punch selection to challenge Errol Spence. Not saying he's gonna beat him, but it'll be an entertaining fight. Danny Garcia is gonna get steamrolled. La Haraga has poor foot movement. Jesse Vargas, come on, Adrian Broner. Alexander Vesputin, top rank, so I'm never going to talk about it. Egis, top rank. Those two fighters are going to be safe for Crawford. Amir Khan, Crawford. You know, Jamal James, he's with the PBC. Tall, lanky. I think Errol Spence just fucking put over whatever his favorite fucking Dallas rub is. He just put it on the ribs and just have himself a good old plate of Jamal James and shit. Eat those ribs up. Like I said, so if you're gonna choose from another bracket of guys, I like Quattrilo, what he has to the package. Now, as Errol Spence likes to say, he's a little light in the ass. Errol Spence might dip his ass in some sauce, but as far as a package to challenge Errol Spence, I think he offers the best. He can move around the ring. He has the foot speed. He has the punch selection. He has power in both hands. He's pretty good timing. He's the same height as Errol Spence. So, like I said, will he beat him? I don't think he'll beat Errol Spence, but I think he could beat a lot of the other guys I named. I think he could upset. It's a reason Jesse Vargas didn't want to accept it. Did Jesse Vargas didn't want to accept the eliminator because he didn't want to face Errol Spence? Or he's like, shit, I can't afford to lose against a guy that no one know of. Quadri, like, why would you turn down a fight with a nobody that you could get a shot against Errol Spence? You either don't want Errol Spence or you don't think he could beat the nobody. Or, you know, oh, I'm getting the DAZN deal. Why not take this fucking belt shot first and then go to the DAZN deal? It's a reason why Jesse Vargas didn't want to fight him. And that's, like I said, there is no. Then the next bracket is like you go down to, like, Quattrilo's number 5 in the WBC. Then you got Ugas, Josecito Lopez, Berto. See, the names start to drift off. Granados at 11. Quattrilo's, but he's not even in the WBA no more. But at 5, you got Haragak, then Connor Ben, Josh Kelly, Bouti, Adrian Broner at number 9, 10 Vargas. See, these names at the IBF, number 3, 4, and 5 at the IBF are fighting this weekend. So if you're an Errol Spence fan, you should be watching 30th of boxing because, 3, 4, and 5. And as Errol Spence competition is right there, like I said. The mandatory for Errol Spence is fighting this Saturday, the Punisher. I picked the Punisher to win it, and then I think he's going to be the next mandatory for Errol Spence. That's it. In WBO, number 6, Sebastian Formula. Number 7, Mika Shuna. Then Rashidi Elias, Diego Ramirez. Then number 10, Luis Collazo. Number 11, Quattrilo. See what I mean? It's the next bracket of guys. We're going to have to start knowing them pretty soon because you said the champions we know, but they only fight once, twice a year, and they're not fighting each other. So we need to know the competition so we could keep the champions around. How many times can Spence call out so and so? Fuck it, they're not gonna fight him. So you know what? Run through the IBF, run through them all, run through them all, run through them all. Fuck it. Eventually, someone's gonna have to unify against you. Until then, run through number 3, run through number 4. Same thing that I talk about on the show about Deontay Wilder. Run through them. Just roll the number, run through them. Fuck it. The Double RT Boxing Show. This is your host, Mr. A, and Mr. A's Thoughts. Again, new viewers, hope you are entertained by this one. Continue to watch past ones and come back, be subscribed. Like I said, I'm rooting for Quadrillo to win this Sunday on the top ranked card. He's gonna be on the undercard of the Nails versus Dudu Vozdik's first title defense. He's on the undercard of that. Like I said, out of the next bracket of welterweights, the ones that's making their crack into the top 5 and top 3s. Like I said, he's number 4 by the IBF, but considering the IBF number 1 and 2 spots are empty, this is the final eliminator. This is a fight for the mandatory. So I think he has the best set of tools for an entertaining fight against Errol Spence. Stamina is a little weak, but everything else is entertaining to watch. Thank you for your time and support.